Before you can create recipes for your pet, you first have to add your pet to the database. So up on the ribbon, you'll see the pets buttons. Just click it and you'll get your pets list. So to add a pet, go to the add button, click it, and you're going to have to fill out some information. So here we have species. We're going to enter a dog. We're going to call him Cujo. Um, it's a male dog. And the birthday, he's an adult dog. So March 21st, 2010. So it says 2014. So we want to get the year. We just click on this, click on it again, and we're going to choose 2010. We want March, and I said what? The 21st. Okay. And if you click off of it, it'll expand to something more readable. March 21st, 2010. Press the add button. And here we have our Cujo. This is the default picture, but you can put a picture of Cujo into it, and we'll show you um, how to do that later. Okay, so we've got our pet in the pets list, and there's a few things that we have to do first, still before we can create a recipe. We have to edit it. So we're going to edit Cujo, and we're going to look here. This is called the Pet Info panel, and it says life stage is required. So that means that, so we're going to follow this, whatever in this panel, whatever it tells us, and we have to add a life stage record. So to do that, go to the physiology tab, and you'll see the first tab in the physiology tab is the life stage. We've got other ones, weight, heart rate, breathing rate, temperature, and height. So we just want to add a life stage, and we go to this little icon, the add new record icon. So we're going to add this record, and this is the first time we're entering a life stage in, um, since it's the first time we're doing it. It's an adult. Our dog is a male adult. We could actually just put in this date, today's date. Um, yeah, we could do that. Sometimes it might be better to you could backdate it to when your pet became an adult, and that would work fine. And in some cases, for instance, if your pet is a female and she's lactating or she's pregnant, you would want to put in the beginning of that period. So you'd have to know what the beginning of that period is. But for our purposes, we can just put in today's date for this because we're just creating recipes now from today on. So let's do that. And we're going to choose our life stage. We've got 5 different life stage. We can just move this over so you can see it a little bit better. So there's 5 different life stages for a dog. If you're a female, you're going to have you're going to have these two, gestation and lactation. And if you're a male, you're just going to have these 3 here. So ours is adult maintenance. We're going to choose this, and our adult status is an adult. Okay. Now you could enter some notes in here. You can put anything you want. I'm just going to demonstrate something. First uh, life stage record. Okay, and let's add it in. Okay, great. So we're seeing the life stage here, and of course you can have many different life stages, especially if you're a female, because you could have litters of puppies many times, I guess, in your life, and so you would have, it would say adult maintenance, then you'd have the gestation phase and another record here, then the lactation phase, and then after that's finished with, you'll have the adult maintenance phase again, and this could keep going on. So you've got the potential there there's a history of your your life stages in there. Of course, it's not going to be too much if your pet is neutered. Okay, so in another video here, we had the pet default set to, we changed the pet defaults to kilograms, so we're seeing kilograms it starts off with. But that's okay because we could always change it to US equivalents or whatever, and it starts off with that as default. But let's take a look at the this pet info panel. It says, okay, now we have our life stage is adult maintenance, our gender is male, but it's saying that we need weight, we need the activity level, and we need the breed. Okay, so it's also giving us, we put at the very beginning, we put our birth date in, and it translates it to 4 years, 8 months, and 9 days. And we're not on a weight loss program, okay, because we have, we just started off, so we haven't entered any weight loss information. All right, so the next thing to do is let's put in a weight. Our dog is, let's say, 70 pounds, and I want to work with, let's say, I'm going to work with pounds, but it doesn't matter because everything gets translated to grams anyway. So also today's date, let's say that the weight is 75 pounds. Let's add this record in. And you see that the weight, because we had set up the defaults for as kilograms, that it gets translated into kilograms. But we can see here that it's in pounds. So it's 75 pounds. That's going to be the same as 34.019 kilograms. We can see the data is in here. And now it's saying that we need an activity. Activity level is required. So activity level, we go back to the pet info and we take a look here, pet, your activity level. So you click on this, and it's important to pick out the right activity level for a dog. Do you have a working dog, like a police dog or racing husky or something like this, or a guide dog? So you would perhaps choose one of these. But don't forget that if your dog, even if it's your dog is a working dog, and he's not working, like for instance a sled dog that's not pulling sleds, then you won't be choosing working because this is going to make your energy requirements too high. So you have to choose for whatever point. So this might change a lot if you have a working dog. Anyway, let's just say that we have an adult dog is active. Let's say it's typical. A typical dog with less than 3 hours a day, mainly low intensity. We're going to choose this. We could have an active young adult or an active adult, highly active adult. So it's important to try. I think a lot of people will underestimate or overestimate the activity level of their pet. Generally, for most pets, you have a pet in the city, you're taking them out for a walk, even a couple of hours a walk a day, twice a day or something. It'll be typical. So typical pet, adult, that type of thing. So we've got this. We've just chosen this, but nothing happened over here because we have to save it. So we just saved this record. Okay, here, obviously I didn't. Okay, so we've saved the record and we can see that it's reflected here. And the only thing now that the program requires us to have in order to create recipes is the breed. So let's go and let's say that Cujo is an Airedale Terrier. This is, by the way, this is just a pet that I'm making up. Um, so we have this Airedale Terrier, sort of, we could say large, could be medium. It depends on how you define large or medium. So let's click that. Okay, And that's all you have to do in order to create recipes. So we take a look at the info panel and there's nothing else that's required. That means that we could just go into the recipes and we could, when you add a recipe, you will see that we've got Cujo's name in here. Now, Cujo wouldn't be in there if if any of the information was required in the pet info panel. So that's it. Thanks.